Greetings, friends. Welcome to Fayazi Facts channel. Let's take a closer look at the differences between two major updates of Windows 11. The 23H2 build, released on October 31, 2023, and the 24H2 build, released almost a year later on October 1, 2024. On the right, we have Windows 11 23H2, build 292.631, and on the left, Windows 11 24H2, build 26100. In the Windows 11 23H2 build, when you click on your username in the Start menu, a drop-down menu appears. It contains options like Change Account Settings, Lock, Sign Out, and a list of all other users available on the device. Now, if we shift over to the 24H2 build, things look a little different. Clicking your username brings up a user profile instead. There's a new addition, a set of 3 dots in the top right corner. Clicking these dots opens a menu offering sign out and switch user options. Switching users also works a little differently between the two builds. In 23H2, from the Start menu, you could simply select another user from the list, switching profiles instantly. Pause for clarity. In 24H2, the process takes a slight turn. You now click Switch User first, which takes you to the sign-in screen, where you can select the user you'd like to switch to. Another notable change in Windows 11 24H2 is where you find the Lock option. In 23H2, it was conveniently located in the Account menu alongside other user options. Shift in tone, signaling a change. But in 24H2, it has been moved to the Power menu. It's also worth noting that Sign In options, which was previously part of the Power menu in 23H2, has been removed in this latest build. In Windows 11 23H2, when you press Alt plus F4 on the desktop to bring up the shutdown dialog, you'll notice the Windows branding at the top of the box. Brief pause. However, in 24H2, this branding has been removed. The dialog box has a cleaner, more minimalistic look. Moving on to the Quick Settings panel, the difference between 23H2 and 24H2 is quite noticeable. In the 24H2 update, Quick Settings has been redesigned with multiple pages to help organize settings better. In contrast, 23H2 sticks to a single-page layout. Another change worth noting, while 23H2 has an Edit Quick Settings option, this feature is absent in 24H2. File Explorer has received some useful upgrades in 24H2. When you right-click on a tab in 24H2, there's a new option, Duplicate Tab, a time saver for multitasking. This feature isn't available in 23H2, where the right-click menu is more limited. Another change in 24H2 comes in the right-click menu when dealing with files. In this version, the icons at the top of the menu now have labels underneath them, making it more user-friendly. In 23H2, those same icons don't have any labels, relying solely on visuals. File compression capabilities have expanded in Windows 11 24H2. While 23H2 only lets you compress files into zip format, 24H2 introduces support for 7Z and TAR formats. Additionally, 24H2 offers advanced options, like choosing the compression method or level. These customizations aren't available in the older 23H2 build. Let's compare MS Paint in both builds. In 23H2, to change the brush size, you'd use the Size drop-down menu located at the top. But in 24H2, there's a more convenient size slider on the left, and you have more brush sizes to choose from. 24H2 also introduces support for AVIF image formats, adding to the usual bitmap, JPEG, GIF, PNG, ICO, SHIC, and WebP options. However, the save options remain the same across both builds. In the 24H2 update, Task Manager has a new icon, giving it a refreshed look. Now here's a notable removal. In 23H2, WordPad is still present, but in 24H2, WordPad has been removed entirely. If you still want WordPad in 24H2, there's a workaround. You can copy the WordPad files from a device running 23H2 or earlier. Just go to C Drive, Program Files, Windows NT, Accessories, copy the contents, and run wordpad.exe on your updated machine. It's a small task, but if you rely on WordPad, it's worth doing before upgrading. Let's now take a look at another key part of the Windows 11 experience, the installer. The Windows 11 24H2 build introduces the most significant update to the installer's user interface since Windows Vista, and it's the first refresh since Windows 8. Both the 23H2 and 24H2 installers start with a window that features the familiar Windows 7 basic skin over a purple background. But there are subtle changes. In 23H2, the Windows interior also has a purple background, while in 24H2, the inside is white, offering a cleaner, more modern look. Now let's move on to the titles. In 23H2, the window reads Windows Setup at the top, with the Windows logo and the word Windows prominently displayed. In 24H2, the title has been updated to Windows 11 Setup, and instead of the logo, it now reads Select Language Settings at the top. Language and Format Settings. In 23H2, the first page presents several options: language, time and currency format, and keyboard layout, all in one place. But in 24H2, there's been a slight reorganization. The first page now only includes language and time and currency format. The keyboard layout has been moved to the next page, making the flow feel a bit more streamlined. Install and repair options. One of the bigger changes comes with the installation and repair options. In 23H2, you'll see the Install Now button in the center of the screen, with the Repair Your Computer link tucked away in the bottom left corner. In 24H2, these choices have been transformed into radio buttons: Install Windows 11 and Repair My PC, giving users clearer options right up front. Repair menu and UI changes. In the 24H2 build, when you select the Repair option, it now prompts you to choose your keyboard layout. This is a new step, as 23H2 doesn't ask for this during the repair process. The Repair UI in both versions looks nearly identical, but the icons in 24H2 have been updated, giving it a fresher appearance. Now, let's talk about the setup process. In Windows 11 23H2, once you reach the actual setup phase, the window style changes. You'll see a progress bar at the bottom of the screen, below what looks like a traditional window. However, this isn't a real window. It's part of a full-screen application, so it can't be dragged around or moved. You can test this by opening another window and then clicking on the Windows setup. You'll notice the setup window takes over the screen and you can't see what's behind it. In 23H2, the window style changes during setup, showing a progress bar at the bottom of the screen. However, this isn't a real window. It can't be moved around since it's part of a full-screen application. You can notice this when you open another window and click on the Windows setup. There's no visibility of the other window behind it. In contrast, in 24H2, you can see the other window behind the Windows setup, just like in the initial part of the 23H2 setup. The disk partition section of the setup is quite similar in both versions, but the user interface has been updated. Options are now at the top instead of the bottom. In 24H2, this section is in a real window, while in 23H2, it appears in a fake window within a full-screen application. During installation, 23H2 remains in that fake window with a progress bar at the bottom, whereas 24H2 shifts to a full-screen UI featuring a blue background and white text. Here's a screenshot comparing the setup screens for Windows XP, Vista, 7, 8, and both Windows 11 23H2 and 24H2 during installation.